Race number 1 to the track. In the meantime, I will be playing the national anthem. Everyone find a flag and take off your hats.
So very we hail at the twilight's last gleaming. This was stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly slain. And the Romans were rebels were singing.
Race number 1 to the track. Buggy Street Stock. Looking for Bill Gibson, Brandon Roberts, Doug, Eric Mason, Nathan Hale, and Dan Stewart. We're looking for our marshals from race number 5. That's Slash Late Model. Kason Riley, Matt Sinex, Magic Man, Alton Henley, and John Mosby. You are our marshals. Make your way to the track, please. All right, that's good. All right, get the cars rolling. Get the cars rolling. Track will go live in less than 5. Brandon Roberts, Bill Gibson, Doug, Eric, Dan, and Nathan. All of my racers have crossed the line. About 15 seconds into this one, 3 laps in. Brandon Roberts. Oh, watch turn 2. Watch turn 2. Watch down the back straight. Wide down the back straight. It's clear. So your leader, Brandon Roberts. He's in the all yellow, white hood, yellow wheels. Going through 2 and 3 right now. Down the front stretch, crossing the line. That is your leader. Running a 53.401. Fast lap, 4.3. Doug Townsend in that number 2 spot. Running a 48.402. He's about 6.5 seconds behind that leader. He's in the all black and white trim. Going down 2 and 3 now. In the 3 spot, Dan Stewart. Blue, white, and red, number 26. Hitting the back stretch now, going down the front. Your number 2 car going to get it wrong with a terrible Marshall. Terrible Marshall. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Brandon with a 15-second lead. Doug down to that 3 spot. He's about 3 seconds behind Dan now. Bill Gibson in the 4, Eric 5, and Nathan in that 6 spot. 1, 2, and 3. Brandon, Dan, Doug. Our closest race on the track going to be behind Doug and Bill. They're separated by about 4 seconds. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Next race up is going to be Sportsman. If you are in the Sportsman class, make sure your car is ready. You will be up next in 2 minutes. 1:30 left to go. Doug going to get it wrong again. That's going to let Dan stretch a gap. Bill Gibson closing in now. 1:15 left on the clock. Your leader is still Brandon Roberts. He ran a 4.33 on lap 12. Still the fastest car on the track. Next fastest car is going to be Dan Stewart. Ran a 4.53. He's about 17 seconds behind Brandon. Doug in that 3 spot. 8 seconds behind Dan. Bill Gibson, another 8 seconds out of that number 3 position. So your car is going straight to the A main. Brandon, Dan, Doug, and Bill as of right now. Eric Mason, 22 seconds out of that battle. 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Watch turns 3 and 4. It's clear. That was Bill Gibson going for a tumble. 15 seconds left on the clock. Your leader, Brandon Roberts, all yellow, working the front stretch now, coming up on Bill Gibson and Doug. Make sure to let him by. That is your leader. Thank you very much, Bill. A little too much. Dan Stewart ran his fast lap 4.5. So Brandon Roberts, the only car done. Dan, Eric, Doug, and Bill, the race is over. Race is over. Make sure to blow off your corner to the next position. Hey, Doug. Is it just me or is there a lot of echo?
I think I can hear you. There's a lot of echo.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's hot. What's your gearing? You have a different spur? I didn't like ever going with an 81. It's too much run out for this short of a track. I would. Okay. 78 or 72 are like the other two Conco ones. Hey, learn how to marshal better.
I haven't been out here in a while, so you can eat it. All right.
Oh,
Eat it. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom.
that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, looking for one more Marshall. There were 6 cars in that last race. Make sure you're putting your car in the drop-off, not taking it back to the pit. All right, so everyone getting their practice laps in. So the way this works, I will say the race will go live in less than 5. All you guys have to do is keep running your times. Try to keep it on the wheels and try to keep it on the track. The race will go live in less than 5. Josh, Cameron, Gatlin, and Jackson. All 4 of my cars have crossed the line. You all are on the clock. So the way you all are going to want to run this is a time trial. You all are racing a 4-minute clock, not each other. Whoever puts down the fastest times will be starting first on the grid for the main event. This is qualifying. So about 40 seconds into this one, Gatlin, Neal, blue and white. Your leader going down the front stretch through turn 1 and 2 down the back. That is your leader. Running a pace of a 40 lap 4:03. Fast lap 5.7 out of your leader. Coming up on some traffic. He's got Jackson in front of him. So your next fastest driver is going to be Josh Graham, running a 36.405. He's about 8 seconds behind Gatlin on the clock. He just crossed the line there. Josh Graham, the red and white black, going down the backstretch through turns 3 and 4, crossing the line. That is your number 2 car in the number 3 spot. Going to be Cameron Reisinger. He is in the color bomb, blue, yellow, red, crossing the line through turns 1 and 2, chrome rims, crossing the line now. That is your number 3 car. There's only 4 of you, so all of you guys will be going straight to the A main. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Gatlin Neal, still your leader, blue and white. Crossing the line, coming up on Jackson. Make sure you let him by. He's your faster car. Thank you very much. Josh in that number 2 spot. Still holding it down. He's about 17 seconds behind Gatlin now. Jackson moving up to the 3 spot. Cameron with a really slow lap. About 15-second mistake. So that's going to put Jackson into the number 3 spot. 1 and 2 separated by about 25 seconds. Josh and Jackson, your number 2 and 3 cars, separated by about 17 seconds. That's 17 seconds that Jackson has to pick up. Oh, Cameron with a mistake. Watch the back wall. Watch the back wall. That is your number 4 car. Thank you very much. Here comes Josh, your number 2 car, the all red and white. Right behind him is the leader. He gets by. 45 seconds left on the clock. That's enough time for about 8 more laps. Jackson Graham in the number 3 spot. He's about 15 seconds behind Josh. All our 1, 2, and 3 cars all going to get caught up on the number 4 corner. They're going to spread back out. Gatlin's going to get his gap going again. He's got his spread to about 35 seconds now. 10 seconds left on the clock. That's about 2 more laps. 2 more laps out of these cars. You're about to hear the bell. There's the bell. Everyone keep on going. Keep on going. Cameron, you are done. Gatlin, you are done. Josh, you are done. And Jackson, you are done. That is a race. So your running order for the Sportsman A main event. So everyone from that last race. Josh and Jackson. Josh and Jackson. Make your way back to the track for your marshaling duties, please. All right, perfect. We have all 4 of our marshals. Thank you, Alton, for volunteering. So, if you are marshaling this race, your job is to stay in the corner, and whenever a car crashes, you are to go flip them like they did you. After you flip the car, make sure that you return to your corner so that you don't get hit. All right, the track is all yours. Track is all yours. Track will go live in less than 5. Max, first one across. Matt and Rodney. First lap's going down. Matt Sinex, pretty much always going to be one of your fastest cars. Seeing his truck getting up on 2 wheels in turn 4. Looks like his truck has plenty of traction. 30 seconds into this race, Matt Sinex, your leader, running a 48.403. He is the red, gray, and black Traxxas Fox body. Going down the front stretch now, crossing the line. That is your leader. Oh, hitting the wall. So your number 2 car, that is Rodney Riley. He's in the blue and black Traxxas stock body, crossing the line. He is following close behind the leader. All he has to do is follow behind him, and he will be pretty much connected to that number 2 spot. In the number 3, that is Max Mason in the all-purple fading to blue. That is your number 3 car. Matt and Rodney, 1 and 2, separated by about 7 seconds. Rodney and Max, your 2 and 3 cars, separated by 9 seconds. 130 down, 230 left to go. Your leader coming up on some traffic. Gets around Rodney. Next car up is going to be Max. So, Max, whenever the leader gets up on you, let him by. Thank you very much. Whoa, Mac gonna ride two wheels through turn 4. Doesn't slow him down too much. Ran a 5.5 to his usual 5.2. Oh, he's gonna tumble in turn 2. He had a 12-second lead, so he's doing pretty well. It's gonna be about 8 seconds now. 1:45 left on the clock. Matt Sinex, your leader, had an 8-second lap to his usual 5. He's on a 46.404 pace. Rodney running a 43.403. Your closest race on the track is going to be between Rodney and Max, separated by 7 seconds now. Max closing in a little bit, dropped it down to 6.7. Leader coming up on you, Max. I would try to follow behind him. Copy his lines if you can. "45 seconds left on the clock. Your leader going down the backstretch through turns 3 and 4 down the front. That is Matt Sinex running a 46.402, dropping his pace just a little bit from the 403 to a 402, a little bit faster. Rodney in that number 2 spot, 43.401 is his pace, about 15 seconds behind your leader with 15 seconds left on the clock. Closest race is going to be between Rodney and Max. It's about 8 seconds now, spreading out. This will be your all's finishing times. Matt, Rodney, and Max will be your finishing order. 5 seconds left. One more lap out of these cars. Max will be done. Matt and Rodney are done. That is a race. Matt, Rodney, and Max. So, Josh, make sure to grab that blower in the corner. And you are going to blow it to turn 4. Right to turn 4 where Jackson is. Blow off the run line. All you're doing is getting the dirt out of the run line. That's all you're doing. Thank you, Gatlin. All right, track is closed. There's still a marshal out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just blowing up all the dust. Thank you very much. You're being good today. You're being good today. Looking for Max Mason. Oh, I see you. All right, we need one volunteer marshal. Watch the line. Watch the line. Looking for one volunteer marshal. Oh, coming out here. All right, shut the track down. Shut the track down. Need one volunteer. Thank you, Kaysen. We're all right, Cameron. We got someone. Thank you, though. Yeah, we got someone. Thank you. Thank you, Alden. All right, track is open. All right, shut it down. I got some names mixed up. So, Bill, I need you to cross the line for me. Bill, can you cross the line for me? Yeah, I've got this name showing up as Grant. Grant, can you cross the line for me? Damn it. Where's Beezy at? Yeah, need some help with this. Sure. I was dragging in names, and I accidentally dropped Bill's name under Grant. I just need to get his transponder off.
Everybody away from the line. Everybody away from the line. Thank you.
All right. So when Bill and Grant, you said? Yeah. Ooh. Okay. But this is Grant though. Okay, so you need to go. So we need to put Grant. Is Grant somebody to go to Grant? Yeah. Okay. Well. Let me try this. Delete transponder.
All right, Bill, cross the line. Only Bill. Hang on. There we go. All right, Bill, do it again. Only Bill. Boop. All right, Bill goes to Bill. Grant only. Bring it around town. And you're good. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, no, I just figured that out, too. I was like, I know there's a button. I'm like, wait, click here. That's it. Mom did it one time. She did it so fast, I could still watch it.
Race will go live in less than 5. Keith Tishner first cross. Grant, Dan, Doug, and Bill. Everyone has crossed. Our first 3 laps are being checked in. Bill Gibson, fastest car on the track so far, running a 53.40, about half a second quicker than Grant Gibson now. Oh, Bill going for a tumble. That's going to probably cost him about 1 second. Ran a 5.5. Yeah, right at 1 second. He is down to the 3 spot. Grant Gibson up to the 1. 45 seconds down. 3:15 left to go. Grant Gibson about 1/10 of a second behind Bill now. Bill up to the point last time by. Oh, Bill with a slow lap. 5 flat. Doug, I believe you're missing laps again. If you didn't crash, you had a 9-second lap. So 1:25 down, 2:35 left to go. Grant Gibson, your leader, running a 51.40, about 0.3 of a second ahead of Bill Gibson in that number 2 spot. Dan Stewart in the 3 by about 1.7 seconds. And Doug back about 2.5 seconds. So Bill Gibson with your fast lap, 4.45. Next fastest car is going to be Grant. Moving down to the 2 spot now. Bill Gibson up to the point. Took it that last time by. They're trading every other lap. They're separated by about 1/10 of a second. So Grant in the red, black, and white. Going down the backstretch now. He is the 90 car. In number 2 is Bill Gibson. Orange Flames, black 87. Going down the front stretch now. He is in that number 1 spot, taking it by 1/10 of a second. Very close racing back and forth. 1:30 left on the clock. Doug in that number 3 spot by about 5 seconds. 5 seconds back from Grant in that 3 spot. Dan in the 4 by about 3.5 seconds behind Doug. And Keith rounding out the 5. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this race. Bill Gibson out front now, starting to pull away. Grant Gibson with a 4.8 second lap. His dad with a 4.4. So the gap stretching out a little bit. It's about 1 second flat right now. Bill Gibson on point. Just ran his fastest lap, 4.412. Running a pace of a 52.403. Oh, hit the wall. Ran a 5.2 second lap. That's slow. Another 5.3. Grant Gibson, 4.6 back to back. About 3/10 of a second behind him. Oh, he crashed down the front stretch. That means he's going to have to fight really hard for it. About 15 seconds left on the clock. He's got to make up a 4.5 second gap. Bill, Grant, and Doug, your top 3 right now, all separated by 5 seconds evenly. Dan Stewart in the 4, separated by another 5 seconds. There's the bell. Grant is done. Dan, Doug, Keith, and Bill are all done. That is a race. So Bill Gibson gonna take the win, 51.4 flat. Grant Gibson, 50.4 flat. Doug, 49.401. Final heat and qualifying tonight / late model. Go ahead and keep the cars still until we get our marshals back out on the track. If you were in that last race, drop your car off in the impound and make your way back out to the track. Track is silent until we get marshals out here. Hey, Doug, you missed the lap again. You had like a 9.5 second lap in the beginning. It was like on like the 5th or 6th lap. Did you crash? Huh? Did you crash? If you did crash, it was like a 4-second marshal, so. All right, track is open. We have all of our marshals out there. All right, go ahead and keep the cars rolling. Keep the cars rolling. Race will go live in less than 5. Alton, Magic Man, Matt, Case, and John. First 3 laps going in the book. Matt Sinex, your fastest car out, running a 48.403. That's the fastest lap time so far, running a 5 flat. Next fastest car is going to be Kaysen, 5.3. Alton, 5.2. So your top 3 so far, Matt, Kaysen, and Alton. Your leader, blue and white, yellow stripe. Oh, rolls it over. That was your leader, Matt Sinex. Kaysen Riley going to be going to the point. Alton Henley into the 2. So Kaysen now, your leader, leading off by 0.2 of a second. Matt Sinex now going to the point. 0.1 of a second to the good of Kaysen. Alton still hanging back in that 3 spot. Magic Man in the 4 and John in that 5 spot. 1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Matt Sinex, your leader. He's holding the lead by about 1 second. Kaysen in that 2 spot, holding down that 2 spot by about 1.5 seconds over Alton. And Magic Man about 3 seconds behind Alton for that number 3 spot. So your leader, white and blue, going down the front, crossing the line. Down the backstretch he goes. In the 2 spot, Kaysen Riley. He's in the black and white, number 46, crossing the line now. Alton Henley, stars and stripes, number 14, crossing the line down the front stretch, crossing the line, getting around the Magic Man. He's about 2 seconds behind Kaysen. That is for the number 2 spot. Kaysen Riley, not quite fast enough to keep up with Matt Sinex's pace of a 46.402. Kaysen on a 44.40, about 5 seconds behind him. 1:30 left on the clock. Our closest race on the track is going to be between Kaysen and Alton. 1.5 seconds between those 2 cars. Alton, that is the leader behind you. Make sure you give him some room. Thank you. Here comes Kaysen looking to spread that gap out. Was 1.5, now it's 2.3. Kaysen coming up on Alton. 1 minute left to go on the clock. Your leader working the backstretch now. Coming up on John Mosby. That's the next car coming up on him. 45 seconds left on the clock. Kaysen in that 2 spot. About 7 seconds behind Matt. Alton 2 seconds behind Kaysen for the number 2 spot. So Alton in the number 3. Holding it down by about 15 seconds over the Magic Man. "15 seconds left on the clock. Your closest race is going to be between Kaysen and Alton. Kaysen in the 2 spot, Alton in the 3. About 3 seconds apart. 5 seconds left on the clock. Positions will not be changing. Magic Man, you are done. Alton, John, Kaysen, and Matt, you are all done. That is a race. Kaysen was a little bit faster than you. You're going to work on your line going through here. You're pushing a little bit wider, okay? So remember, stay out against that wall and then come down, okay? It is 7:45. There will be no practice laps. No practice laps. Racing will come back at 8 o'clock. It is 7:57. Racers to the track in 3 minutes. I believe it is the same running order. Yep, it's the same running order. So, two-wheel drive street stock up first, Sportsman 2, stock slash 3, 13.5 late model 4, slash late model 5. So, need our marshals from slash late model out to the track in 2 minutes. And our racers, two-wheel drive buggy street stock, to the track. It is right at 8 o'clock. Racers to the track. Marshals from slash late model out here to Marshall. Need our slash late model racers out here to Marshall. All right, racers to the track. Make your way out to the track. Marshals from slash late model, make your way to the track. All right, now is the time to make changes if you want them. All right, 2 more laps. 2 more laps. All right, straightaways are closed. Straightaways are closed. Park the cars on the front. Brandon Roberts, you are going to be our leader, leading this one off. Dan Stewart in the 2, Doug in the 3, Bill in the 4, Eric 5, Nathan 6. Brandon, whenever you are ready, you are leading these cars off. These racers will be live going out of turn 4. Oh, watch 1 and 2, watch 1 and 2. That was Dan Stewart, your number 2 car, falling all the way back to the number 6 spot. Bill Gibson going to tap out. "30 seconds into this one, Brandon Roberts, your leader, walking away with it. Next closest car is going to be Doug and Nathan. All the other cars are being lapped. Brandon looking to lap all the way up to second place. Gets it done. Nathan and Doug, 2 and 3. Bill in that 4 spot. And Dan in the 5. Oh, Dan up to the 4 spot. Bill down to the 5. Eric in the 6. 1 minute down. 3 left to go. 1. Your number 1 car is on an entire lap of his own. He is about 6.5 seconds to the good of Nathan Hale. So Nathan in that number 2 spot, Doug in the 3. Those 2 cars racing super close. Oh, Doug going for a tumble. He was in the 3 spot. Here comes Dan Stewart. Now separated by about 2 seconds, Doug and Dan for the podium position. That is your closest race on the track, is going to be between Doug and Dan, 2 seconds apart. So Doug in that number 3 spot. Oh, pushing out to the number 4. Here comes Dan closing in. So your battle for the number 3 spot is heating up. So Dan, black and white, or Doug, black and white, going down the backstretch now. Dan Stewart, blue and red, number 26. Picked up some good time on him there. Doug with a 5 flat. Dan with a 4.7. He is right up on him now. This is for the podium position. Nathan Hale about 10 seconds ahead of them. That's about 2 laps. 2 laps over these guys. Oh, Doug catching the wall and going for a tumble. He's going to fall all the way back to that 4 spot. He's now about 2 seconds behind Doug. Going to catch the pipe and roll it over again. Here comes Doug, or Dan, about to work a lap on Doug. Your leader working right behind Dan. Gets around him. Thank you very much. Your leader in the all-yellow white hood coming up on Doug. Lets him go. Thank you. Next up is going to be Nathan. So Brandon running a pace of his own. 54.404. Ran a 4.2 fast lap. I believe that is one of the fastest laps ever put down on this track. He did that on lap number 12. Your number 2 car, Nathan Hale, about 13 seconds behind him. Doug, another 10 seconds behind Nathan. Didn't see what happened between Doug and Dan, but Dan's going to fall back to the 4th spot. Doug in the 3. So those 2 cars separated by about 2 seconds. 3 seconds left on the clock. They're going to cross the line and be done. Nathan, Eric, Bill, Doug, and Brandon. That is a race. Race is over. Brandon, Nathan, and Doug, your top 3. That is your podium. All right, need our marshals from that last one out to the track. I believe that's all 4 of them. Thank you for getting out here quick. All right, straightaways are closed until we get our marshals out there. Should be good. All right, everyone, get your cars checked in. Get your cars checked in. All right, let's shut the track down. Let's shut the track down. So the way this works, you will line your cars up at the line in the order you qualified. So Gatlin, park your car at the line. Josh, you are going to be putting your car right behind the blue and the white one. You are in the number 2 spot. Yep, Josh, you are on the 2. Jackson 3. Cameron in the back. So, whenever Gatlin rolls the car off, you're going to be his pace and follow behind him. Think of him as a pace car in NASCAR. Just follow behind him. And whenever the car reaches turn 4 over there in that corner, you all will be going full speed toward the line. We call these rolling starts. So yes, stay behind the car that is in front of you and don't try to overtake them on the first lap. Gatlin, whenever you are ready, get the cars to roll off. So get a good distance, about 1 car length apart. That's awesome. Going live out of turn 4. There it is. Here is our race. Gatlin putting down his first laps. Ran a 6 flat. 39.405 pace for him. Josh in that number 2 spot. Jackson in the 3. And Cameron in the 4. 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Gatlin Neal, your leader. Blue and white rolling down the backstretch now. He's coming up on Jackson. That is your number 3 car. So Josh Graham in the 2 spot. He's the red and white Traxxas body. Working the front stretch now. Crossing the line. Oh, spinning out. Holding the throttle a little too wide. Jackson in that 3 spot. He's the pink and white. Crossing the line now. Going through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Oh, whoa, close call. Almost got his doors knocked off. Cameron in that 4 spot. He's the color bomb. Blue, red, and yellow. Going down the backstretch now. That is your number 4 car. So Gatlin holding them off. Josh in that 2 spot. He's about 6.5 seconds off of your leader. That is just about 1 full lap. So Josh, you have been lapped by the leader. That's about a 7-second gap now. Oh, the leader rolls it over. Here comes Josh. Oh, he's going to catch the wall and get stuck on the marshal's foot. Spins out down the front. That is your number 3 car now. Jackson up to the 2 spot. Didn't see it. He is in the pink. Going down the front stretch now. Josh in the 3. That is your closest race right now. Between the pink and white. And then the red and white. Jackson in the 2. Josh in the 3. 2 minutes left on the clock. So Gatlin, that is your number 2 car right in front of you. Make sure to give him plenty of room. Don't run him off the track. Wow. Oh, watch the backstretch. Watch the backstretch. That was your number 3 car. Jackson going for a spin. He's not going to pull away too much. Oh, Josh getting put in the wall. Gatlin, that is your race for the podium. Make sure to be courteous to those guys. No need to push through. You have 2 laps on them. 1 minute left on the clock. Jackson holding down that number 2 spot. He is lapping the number 3 car. That's Josh. Oh, Josh going to get him back for that lap. So now they're separated by about 4 seconds. Jackson going to get caught with some lap traffic. Oh, the same's going to happen to Josh. Jackson's going to get that lap back on him. 30 seconds left on the clock. This is a race. These guys are separated by a full lap, though. Josh is going to get it back on him. Now he has to work some clean traffic. Going to get taken out. There goes Jackson. He's going to try to walk away with it in that 2 spot. Josh in the 3. Cameron about 4 laps behind them. So 10 seconds left on the clock. Gatlin, Jackson, and Josh, your podium. They're going to get 1 more lap. Here comes Jackson and Josh. 2 and 3. They are done. Looking for Gatlin. There he is. And Cameron going to be the last to cross. That is a race. Gatlin, Jackson, and Josh, your podium. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. If you're in that last race, make your way back out to the track. All right, Rodney, make sure to shut it down until the marshals get back out there. Gatlin. Looking for Jackson and Cameron to make their way back out here. There's Jackson. And there's Cameron. Thank you. We have all 4 of our marshals. Wait till he gets to his spot. All right, track is open. Track is open. All right, go ahead and get the track shut down. Shut down the streets. Matt, you are leading them off. Rodney in the 2 and Max in that 3 spot. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Rodney, you are leading them off. Oh, he's letting them gap out from that number 4 spot. There it is. These cars are live. Rodney, Max, and Matt. All 3 of my cars are live and going. Oh, Max going to get a little tippy. Here comes Matt from the 3 spot. About to be working up on that 2 car. Rodney going to ride the pipe. Here he is in that number 1 spot. Real close. Oh, Matt looking to the inside. Touches doors with Max. Rolls over. Only loses maybe a second. Right back up on him. He is the fastest car on the track. Rodney holding his line. Max leaving the door open. Here comes Matt. Gonna make a dive all the way for the 1 spot. Doesn't quite make it stick. Still in that number 2 though. He's gonna get the inside down the inside. He goes. So Rodney down to the 2 spot. Matt up to the 1. He does have the fastest car, so now all he has to do is run his clean laps and walk away. Oh, Rodney's car gonna die out on him. That's going to put Max up into the 2 spot. It's going to be a 1-on-1 race. They're separated by about 1.5 seconds. Oh, here comes Rodney back in the fight. He lost about 4 laps on these drivers. Oh, Max down in turn 2. Rodney 35-second lap. He's about 4 laps down off of these guys. Two minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Matt Sinex, your leader. Red, gray, and black. Crossing the line. Down the backstretch he goes. In the 2 spot is going to be Max Mason. Purple to blue. Working the backstretch now. About to get lapped by the leader for the 2nd time. 10-second difference, 1-2. That is Matt and Max. Rodney in the 3 spot with 1:20 left on the clock. 1 and 2 separated by 12 seconds. 2 and 3 separated by 28 seconds. One minute left on the clock. Nat Sinex crossing the line down the backstretch. Coming up on Max Mason in that 2 spot. Max coming up on Rodney in that 3 spot. In the order they started. Completely backwards now on the clock. Oh, Matt going to get around Max for another lap. Oh, Matt's going to roll it over. Gonna catch a little divot in the track. Gonna roll it. Max gonna have a second chance. He's gonna get it up on 2 wheels and hit the wall. Looks like his car is dead. Watch turn 3 and 4. 3 and 4. That looks like it's gonna move Rodney up into that 2 spot now. Max dropping down. There is the clock. Everyone has crossed. There wasn't enough time on the clock. Rodney's going to be in that 3 spot. Max going to hold down the 2. That is a race. All right, so take a blower from your corner and blow off the track. All right, straightaways are closed. Straightaways are closed. Now is the time to make a change if you want it. Real quick change right now if you want it. Everyone's ready to line up. So, running order is going to be Bill, Grant, Doug, Dan, and Keith. Oh, yeah, where's our marshals from that last race? Good call, Doug. I didn't see that. Matt, Rodney, and Max. I see Matt missing Rodney, and we're going to need 1 volunteer marshal. 1 volunteer marshal just to get us through this last race. Or there's 1 more after this, but this 1 race. Oh, thank you, Jackson. Huh? We'll give him a break. All right, everyone lined up. All right, whenever you all are ready, Bill, you are leading this race off. Yeah. Going live out of turn 4, Bill Gibson. He was our fastest car in qualifying. Track has a lot of grip right now. Oh, Keith going for a tumble on lap number 1. He has a lot of work to make up. Everyone keeping a pretty consistent pace. So Bill Gibson in that number 1 spot. Grant in the 2. Doug 3. Dan 4. 30 seconds in. 3:30 left to go. So Bill Gibson working about a 1 second gap back to Grant. In the black and red 90 car, that is Grant Gibson. In the number 3 spot, black and white, yellow wheels, that is Doug. In the 4 spot, black or blue and red. That is Dan. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Bill Gibson in the orange flames and black. Oh, watch the front stretch. Go wide, go wide. Good Marshall. Good racing. Our race for the lead is tightening up. Bill Gibson out front. Grant in that 2 spot. Grant looking for any little micro mistake out of his dad. This is all 4 points on the podium. 120 down, 240 left to go. Grant losing a little bit of time on that last lap. Ran a 4.8 to his dad's 4.4. Speaking of fast laps, Bill Gibson ran a 4.3. He did that on lap number 12. Oh, watch turn 2. Go wide, go wide. Oh, that's going to be a mix-up. The whole lead. Whole race just got thrown for a loop. Doug up to the point. Bill Gibson in the 2 and Grant back to the 3 spot. So a lead change halfway through the race. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Doug down the front stretch now. Bill Gibson still the fastest car. Dan, those are your leaders. Make sure to let them by. Thank you very much. So Bill still very much the fastest car. Ran a 4.6 last time to Doug's 4.5 that time by very fast out of Doug. That was his fast lap of the race. And Grant falling back a little bit, had a little mistake. Good Marshall out of Max. Thank you. That was good. Doug and Bill. That is our closest race on the track. Oh my, Doug is going to miss a lap though. I can keep a pretty good hand count, but it's going to be showing Bill as your leader. Grant up to the 2 spot. So your leader, Bill, working the front stretch now. Doug is still technically leading the race, but his transponder did miss a lap. So Bill Gibson will be getting that number 1 on the podium. 40 seconds left on the clock. Doug in that 3 spot, working the backside of Grant. That will be for the number 2 spot now. I know, but he said he doesn't want that to happen. Doug said if you miss the lap, they'll add it. So, final 15 seconds coming down. This is for your number 2 position on the podium. Doug working the backside of Grant. Final 10 seconds. That's about 2 more laps. 2 more laps for Doug to make a move on Grant. They're going to get one more time. They're not going to get caught at the line. Final lap right here. No last-ditch efforts. Bill, Grant, and Doug, your final podium for the 13.5 late model class. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. Let me get our marshals out there. Final race of the night. Matt Sinex is going to be leading it off. Track is open. Watch the front stretch. Watch the front. That was a terrible crash. I didn't even see it. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. Matt Sinex, you are leading us off. Kaysen in the 2, Alton in that 3 spot, Magic Man 4, and John in the 5. Whenever you are ready, Matt. Race is at your pace. That's good spacing. Going live out of 4. Oh, Alton, quick move on Kaysen in the first laps. Oh my gosh. First laps down. Matt Sinex, your leader, going down the front stretch now. Kaysen in the 2. Magic Man up to the 3. So Alton in that. Oh, watch turn 4. Go wide. Go wide. It's clear. That was John Mosby in the 5 spot. Matt and Kaysen 1 and 2. Magic Man and Alton 3 and 4. So Alton Henley about 1.6 seconds behind Magic Man. That is our closest race on the track is for that podium position. Magic Man coming up on Kaysen. That is for the number 2 spot. And your leader, Matt Sinex, looking to put a lap on the entire field. Gets it done. Wow. Dumps the door of Kaysen into the wall. So Alton Henley all the way up to the 2 spot. Through all that madness. Alton up to the 2 spot. Oh, that's a broken car. It cleared itself. That's a tire right off the rim. I have never seen that before. Whole tire off the rim. So, Matt Sinex to the lead. Alton Henley in the 2. Magic Man in that 4 spot. Kaysen in the 3. So our closest race so far is between Alton and Kaysen. That's about 1.5 seconds. Yeah, Alton, don't let him by. Make him work for it. Oh, no. Rode the pipe a little too long. Went for a ride. 2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. Matt Sinex, your leader. White and blue. Number 34. Going down the front stretch now. Behind him is Alton in that 2 spot. About 2 laps down. Kaysen in that 3 spot. About 2 seconds behind Alton. That is our closest race on the track. Going to be between that 2 and 3 spot. Fighting for the 2. The number 2 and 3 car fighting for the number 2 spot on the podium. Magic Man about 10 seconds away from a podium. Has to catch up to Kaysen. About 2 laps behind him. 1 minute remaining in this race. Matt Sinex ran a fast lap of a 5 flat. He did that on lap 13, running a pace of a 46.4 flat. Alton Henley with a 44.405 ran a fast lap of a 5.16. 40 seconds left on the clock. Alton in that 2 spot, stretching his gap out to the 3 car. About 4 seconds now. 30 seconds left on the clock. 1, 2, and 3. Matt, Alton, and Kaysen. So Matt stretching out his lead. He's got to about 13 seconds now. Alton's got a lead to Kaysen by about 5 seconds. That is for the lap. Alton's going to get to the inside, going to bump doors and spin out. This is for the lap. On the final 5 seconds, they're going to get one more go. One more go. Alton's going to go wide. Kaysen's going to cross the line first. Looking for Magic Man to cross. That is a race. Race is over. Your podium, Matt, Alton, and Kaysen. Your top 3 for the Slash late model class.